is like one of the best travel destinations with the best monuments and delicious foods. No arguing with that, right? And I haven't been there, but after reading these 4 books, I haven't stopped thinking about there ever since. Hi, my name is Nazani, and here we discuss books. Spanish literature has an archive of the greatest authors and writers, right? And I don't know, it's about a country or something, but today I'm going to talk about one of their authors. This author not only made me fall in love with literature and books all over again, but also added so many book lovers to the world. And he's none other than Carlos Ruiz Safon, and I picked a series of 4 books to talk about here in my channel. Unfortunately, he didn't have a long career, but he served. At this point, I don't know if it's my curse that 2 of my all-time favorite authors passed away before blessing their readers with their works and masterpieces. The other one is Albert Camus, that I talked about him here in my channel. The series is basically about a place called Cemetery of Forgotten Books in the heart of Barcelona. You usually go there when you are miserable or you are ready to take on big actions. And there you can pick a book, or let's say the book picks you, and you have to protect that book with your life. The premise of the first book is about a book called Shadow of the Wind by Daniel Craig. And I forgot to mention, the series is called The Cemetery of Forgotten Books. If we want to talk about characters, I had more crushes in this series than I had in real life, which equals to 2. And I'm not sure if I should spoil it and spill the tea of my crushes here or not, so let me down below in the comments if you want to know my crushes names in these books. But to give you a little hint, I'm gonna read a short part of this book, and maybe you guess it. Now that books had poisoned my feverish brain, his most dreaded nightmare was that I should fall in love with the worst sort of creature in the universe, the most treacherous, cruel, and malevolent to have ever set foot on earth, whose main purpose in life, aside from satisfying his infinite vanity, was to cast unhappiness on those poor souls who commit the serious mistake of loving him, a writer, and for the matter not even a poet, a variety my father thought of as more or less a harmless daydreamer who could be persuaded to find an honest job in a grocery store and leave his verses for Sunday afternoons after church. No, it would be the worst variety of that species, a novelist. Those were beyond repair, not welcome even in hell. Other than that, the thing that I paid the most attention to in these books is the fact that every character had different love language and different love style. One of them didn't understood who was the most important person in their lives until it was too late. The other one rejected every kind of love that they received. And the last one I'm going to talk about here is one that was ready to love, even knowing that he wouldn't receive the love back. I mean, that's a whole psychology lesson that I can dive deeper if you want about their love styles. So let me know, and if this video got over 30 likes, I would definitely do that. Talking about these books is so hard. I mean, let's be honest. The author couldn't wrap his thoughts about the world building and the thing he wanted to say, that he had to resume it for 4 volumes. Let me tell you why the series of The Cemetery of Forgotten Books serves you better than any Spanish tourist guides. These books mainly have taken place in Barcelona and Madrid, and the details in the locations and the way they were described is so similar to Victorian and Gothic classic books, which is why so many claims that his works, especially this series, is a new candidate for the modern classics, which honestly I think he deserves it. Okay, so let's talk about my favorite part of most of the books, plot twist. I mean, obviously there is no way to talk about plot twists without spoiling the books. So what are we going to do is I'm going to rank the plot twist, aka how many times I closed the book and I just sat there deep breathing and thinking for many seconds while staring at the wall. My favorite book loaded with plot twists is the book called The Angel's Game. And some people claim that the way this book is written is like I'm writing masterclass, mostly out of spite. But to me, I just couldn't put this book down. I remember reading it in the subway, in the cafe, while walking in the dark, and that's why I wish I could erase my mind so I can read this book again and have the same experience all over again. The second rankings belongs to Shadow of the Wind. Let's say it like this. I had university entrance exam, and instead of studying like any normal and reasonable human being would, I was reading this book. So yeah, if you have responsibilities, don't read this book just yet. Third place is reserved for The Labyrinth of Spirits. Characters were so mature in this book that I even rooted for them or I hated them with my whole being. First place is The Prisoner of the Sky, and my only complaint is the fact that it feels so rushed, and you can understand by the volume. Therefore, I can only blame publisher for that. But a little disclaimer, these books are so worth it for you to read. So yeah, this video was another attempt of me for getting you to know the world literature, and don't forget to watch the other one I made about Indian literature, and don't forget to subscribe for the Japanese literature, going to be uploaded very soon. And don't forget to comment your favorites from the Spanish literature, and see you very soon. Bye.